you know, it's about this boy. Well, he wasn't really a boy anymore. He was 22, but he lost 1 hour every single day. Not all at once, not in some big dramatic moment, just 1 quiet hour gone. This is Sam's story. Sam lived with his mother. He had a small job, it paid enough, he had friends, he had a roof over his head, but something was missing. He woke up tired. He walked to work with the same small steps. He smiled, but it felt thin, you know? At night, he'd just lie there awake. Thoughts would come, and they'd stay, crowding his head. Every evening, he'd say, "I'll start tomorrow." And then tomorrow, he'd wait. Wait for a show to end, for a message to pop up, until it was late. And then he'd sleep, and that hour he promised himself, it just slipped away. He wasted it on small things, scrolling without even meaning to, watching the same clips over again, checking his phone one more time, talking about plans, but never making them. It was always just 1 hour less than he hoped for. Months passed, a year passed, and little by little, his life stayed the same. His dreams, they just sat in a little box, dust on the lid. Then one afternoon, his mother called him in. Her hands were shaking a little as she put a cup of tea down. She didn't say much at first, she just held his gaze. "Sam," she said, "come sit." So he sat, and she looked at him, the way she looked at his childhood drawings. "Do you remember the promise?" she asked. He didn't at first. Then it came back to him, slow and soft. He'd promised her, once, to learn something new, to study, to try, to give himself a gift, and he hadn't. Not really. That night, Sam went for a walk. The street smelled like rain. He met an old man on a bench, feeding pigeons. His hands were kind, his smile was small. They talked, not about big things, just the weather. But the old man watched Sam's eyes. He saw the tiredness there. "What do you want?" the old man asked. Sam didn't know how to answer. "I want more," he said, "but I don't know where to take it." The old man just nodded, tossed another grain to a pigeon. "You waste a small hour," he said, "and small hours pile up like stones. They build a wall." Sam looked surprised. "I waste only an hour. How can a wall grow from that?" The old man tapped his temple. "An hour every day for a year. That's 365 hours. That's a month times of time. That's a seed. You can plant it or you can let it rot." Sam listened, and he felt something like a heat in his chest. Not anger, not shame, just a truth that wouldn't leave. The old man stood up. "Try this," he said. "For 30 days, give me 1 hour each day. No phone, no show, no talk. Just 1 hour for yourself. Learn something, or do nothing but breathe. See what grows." Sam could have laughed, but he didn't. He just said, "Yes." Day one felt strange. The hour felt heavy, like a coin he'd never used. He sat with the book. He read 2 pages. Then he closed it. He felt proud, small, but real. Day 2, he drew a line on a page, wrote his name big, wrote one small goal, finished the book by the end of the month. Day 3, he woke early, gave the hour to a walk. The air still smelled like yesterday's rain, but the sky was clean. He saw a child chasing a butterfly, and he felt something open, just a little. Some days, the old habit called him. His phone buzzed. The world shouted for his attention. He wanted to look. He wanted to fall back, but he'd said yes. He told the old man and his mother. That hour, it became sacred. By day 7, he read a whole chapter, learned one new word, used it in a sentence. It felt small, like stepping on the first rung of a ladder. By day 10, he found himself waiting times for that hour. He'd set the kettle, turn on the light, sit with a pen, and wait for the silence to teach him. He met failure too. Once, he missed the hour, watched a late show, fell asleep on the couch. He felt that old shame, but he didn't quit. He returned the next day. On day 15, his mother hugged him. She smelled like soap and jasmine. "You're different," she said. "You look softer, calm." That felt strange to him. He thought he still looked the same. But something inside was quieter. The thoughts didn't crowd as much. They'd come, and then they'd leave. He noticed them more, like clouds on a blue day. That hour taught him to be patient with himself. It taught him to listen. Small actions started to follow. He stopped saying tomorrow like it was a magic word. He started saying today, one small step. He fixed a broken chair, called an old friend, learned how to boil rice without burning it. None of it was grand, but it was real. On day 21, he walked into work with a small notebook, wrote 3 things he could do better that week, wrote 1 line for the day, left his phone in his bag. People noticed, not the boss, not with words, but with small looks. A coworker asked if he was planning something. He just smiled. On day 28, he finished the book. He stood by the window, pressed the last page flat, and a wave of surprise hit him. He hadn't realized how much time he'd been giving away, how much time he could give himself. The old man met him again on the bench. The pigeons were older. The pigeons knew him. "You kept the hour," the old man said. Sam sat down. He felt a softness in his chest. "It changed me," he said, "but I don't know how to say it." "You don't need to say it," the old man said. "You need to keep doing it." Sam asked a quiet question. "Was it the hour or the promise?" The old man smiled. "Both. The hour was the thing. The promise made it true. You turned a moment into a habit. The habit turned into a life." Sam let those words sink in, like stones into water. Small rings forming. He looked at his hands. They looked the same, but they weren't. His fingers could make things now. His hands could hold plans. In the weeks after, he planted small seeds, used the hour for learning, some days for quiet, some days he helped his mother in the garden, some days he practiced the language from the book out loud. He broke things down into small steps. He kept the hour. Months became a year. That wall the old man spoke of, it didn't grow. The stones were taken, one by one. He had a life now, with small, steady work. He didn't need to shout to feel alive. He woke up with a small hunger for the day. One evening, his mother sat with him over tea. She put her hand on his. "You gave yourself a gift," she said. "Not money, not a job, time for your heart." Sam looked into her eyes. He thought of all the wasted minutes before, the small hours he let slip. And he felt both regret and gratitude. Regret for the time lost, gratitude for finding it again. This isn't a story about sudden success. It's not about riches. It's a story of small things, of one small hour, of a promise kept. So if you have 1 hour you call wasted, you might try giving it back to yourself. Learn a little, walk a little, sit quietly, and just breathe. Let a small habit build. And don't be hard on yourself the days you fail. Just return the next day. Time won't always give you miracles, but it will give you a path, one step after another, 1 hour after another. Sam? He still has the same small job. He still eats the same rice. He still lives in the same house, but he keeps his hour, and the hour, it keeps him. If this touched you, keep the hour today. Start with 5 minutes, if that helps. Then add more. Tell someone you'll try. Make a promise that's only for you. Thank you for listening.